Hey guys, how's it going? It's Joy. I'm back again with another video. This channel is called Live Narc Free, where it is all about getting free and staying free after dealing with narcissistic abuse. So I have a really good topic today, you guys, that I wanted to talk about. I did get the inspiration from my live, and before I do get into it, I just want to say thank you guys for leaving your comments, your likes, your shares, your subscriptions. Thank you for all of your support. It really does mean the world, you guys. Please continue to keep doing that. That just lets me know that this channel is helpful, that the content is helpful, and that it's working or it's helping you in some way. Okay, so and also I just wanted to say happy belated Valentine's Day. I hope that you guys really enjoyed it, and hopefully the reading that I posted yesterday was very, very helpful to you in your situation, or just generally speaking. So anyway, you guys, the last live that I did was really good, and it was some good topics that kind of came up, and I just want to discuss this here. I wanted to talk a little bit more about how to make sure that you are not becoming selfish and self-centered when you are in isolation after dealing with narcissistic abuse. Now, this is something that is very, very common because, many people can begin to isolate themselves after dealing with abuse, and it's completely normal. It's understandable because it's at a point where, you don't trust people. You could feel scared. You may have anxiety. You have depression. You could be stressed out. You could be feeling fear. You could be feeling worried. And again, you may be dealing with CPTSD. And you could also feel, it's like this trauma bond that you have with your abuser, or the trauma bond that you have with your narc, right? And again, the narc can be anybody in your life. You know what I mean? Again, a parent, friend, family member, partner, whoever. And so you begin to just kind of be by yourself all the time, stay to yourself. Maybe you don't hang out with friends and your normal friends, right? Not the narcissistic family members, friends, or whoever is the narc in your life. Like, you don't do your usual routine anymore, because of the abuse, or because, you're protecting yourself, or because, it's like a defense mechanism that you've kind of put around yourself, where you're just like, okay, no one's ever going to hurt me again. And it's because I'm not going to open up. I'm going to be very self-centered. I'm going to be selfish when it comes to my connections and dealing with others. Now, the reason why I say this is because you guys know on this channel, I like to promote, self-love, self-care, self-improvement, self-development, because at the end of the day, if you don't do that for yourself, no one else is going to do it for you, right? But at the same time, you want to make sure that, when you are, ready to go back out there and date, because isolating yourself is good to a certain point, but you don't want it to be where it's like you're a lone wolf and you're always like that. Like, you want to get back out there, you want to interact with people and stuff like that. And you need that human connection with people. But yeah, the key is you want to just make sure that you're not like being selfish. You're not just, when you're around people, you're not overly focused on yourself, or maybe like you don't listen to other people, or maybe you talk most of the time, like you don't allow other people to talk. Or if someone's talking about like what they're doing in their life or what they have going on, then it's like you're trying to one up them or compete with them. Like, you just want to make sure you're not doing that. Make sure, like, you're just being supportive, and like you listen to people, you have empathy, you have sympathy for others, and it's not just like, oh yeah, it's all about me, 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 me. Because that's like how my aunt was. I mean, I just remember her saying that the last time that it was at her birthday dinner. I want to say it was back in 2014. So yeah, you just want to make sure, you're not behaving in a selfish way and self-centered. Now, how you can do this, like I said, just make sure that you're connecting with people that you love, or they love you, and that you can trust them and they trust you, or whatever. And like I said, having that empathy, sympathy for others, putting yourself in other people's shoes, not being so like, yeah, focus on yourself. This is the thing. Focus on yourself, right? Give yourself time throughout the day. Maybe it's 2 to 3 hours or so where you say, okay, I'm zoning in on whatever, if it's a goal, or if it's a hobby, it's an activity, like where you're doing you're minding your own business. You're not worried about what nobody else has got going on, And then when you have the time, and let's say you want to phone a friend, or maybe you want to go to a family member's house, or maybe you might want to join an online group, or maybe you want to volunteer somewhere, or join an organization. Then that's when you are around other people, you're interacting, and you're connecting with people, and you're listening, you're learning, and maybe you might be sharing information too. You might be sharing your own experiences, but you want to make sure like the conversation is not overly focused on yourself and overly self-centered, and like where you feel like, oh yeah, this self-importance, because yeah, we all want to feel important, we are important, but it's not like in a narcissistic way. You want to make sure that you have a balance, if that makes sense. So like, meaning where you have your own energy, your time to yourself, and then you have days and times where you give your energy out to other people, or you talk to other people, but you just want to make sure either you can detach or you can distance yourself, or not, what's the word, like you want to make sure that there is boundaries between, I would say, you and others, so that way you're not taking on the issues and the conflicts, or whatever is going on in a person's life, you're not taking that on as if it's yours, because that's a big thing with highly sensitive people or empathic people. They do have a tendency to take on the issues, problems, feelings, and emotions of others as if it's their own, causing them to feel drained, causing them to feel fatigue, causing them to feel just tired, and so you just kind of want to make sure that there is a balance in regards to that. So I hope that this makes sense. And like I said, when you're isolating yourself, maybe you want to give yourself like a timeline for the isolation, because like I said, you need that time to be by yourself. Because I was by myself, you guys, I'm being honest, like back in 2014, 2015. Like, thank God I had a handful of friends. Like, I can probably count them on one finger or maybe less than that. But I was by myself for most of the time. You know what I mean? And so, when that happens, you just want to make sure that, you're doing your inner healing, you're doing your inner work, you're working on your demons, maybe you're working on your insecurities, or, you're working on whatever challenge or obstacles or blocks or restraints, or addictions, whatever it is for you, you're working on that. And then once you're doing that, you're in a groove and you're focused on that. Like I said, when you're ready, or whoever you're around, or whoever's in your circle, or maybe you have to build a new circle, maybe you have to meet new people, and this is going to be for another video, but maybe because you might want to have healthier connections, healthy relationships, healthier friendships, because again, maybe you're used to toxic friendships, toxic family members, toxic relating with others. You're not used to normal or healthy relationships. Like, or if you do meet someone that's normal and healthy, you're just like, you push them away because you're just like, oh, like, why are you treating me so nice? Or, oh, like, people usually treat me like crap, and I don't deserve your nice treatment, so I'm gonna push you away, or I'm gonna do whatever, or hurt you, or disappoint you, let you down, because I'm used to the toxicity. You get what I'm saying? So you just want to make sure that you're not doing that. And if you are, just recognize it and work through it, if that makes sense. Maybe you might want to work, because it could just be like, again, like I said, codependency. It could be trauma bonding. It may be cognitive dissonance that you're dealing with, some inner healing, or it could be like, unresolved trauma, unresolved pain and hurt, unresolved suffering. You know what I mean? Or it could be like generational curses that you're trying to break, and those sort of things. And so, yeah, hopefully that makes sense. Or it could be like, I don't know if I said CPTSD, many issues. Oh, low self. Did I say low self esteem? Yeah, low self esteem, low confidence, low self worth. Some of us, we could deal with that, or it could just be loneliness. A lot of people could struggle with loneliness because, again, we're taught that we need to be underneath someone. And like I said, if you're in a relationship, I just want to say congratulations. That's awesome. Or if you're married, you're coupled up, stay that way, work it out. Hopefully everything goes well. But if you're single, this is a good time. Maybe this is just a single season for you. I'm not saying that you have to be single forever, but it could just be where it's a time for you to work on yourself, because again, there's some unresolved pain, some unresolved issues, some unresolved trauma that needs to be addressed. Does that make sense? So But yeah, you definitely just want to make sure that you don't become selfish, because selfish is not nice. It's not, because when you're selfish, it's just like you don't care about the feelings and the emotions and the thoughts of others. It's just kind of like it's all about you, and it's just like I said, when I say focus on you, I'm not saying be selfish. It's a balance. You know, you focus on you, and then you, if you have people, because some people don't have anybody around them, some people like to be by themselves, and that's fine too. But if you say like, hey, like I want to connect with people, then you give your time and you give your energy out to the right people at in a certain amount of time, because then some people might try to go overstep your boundaries. So you say, okay, maybe I'll spend 30 minutes, an hour with this person, and I come back home and I do me. You get me? So that's the difference. But yeah, try to make sure that you don't become self-centered, because the thing about it is when you're selfish and self-centered and you isolating yourself all the time, you just end up being alone. You end up dying alone, and nobody wants to be around you. People can see you as toxic, negative, and unhealthy, and it's just like nobody wants to be around anyone like that, you know? And it's just, it's miserable. You don't want to end up living like that for the rest of your life, because people will begin to recognize it. They may call you out on it and stuff like that, and you may be in denial, because you, it could just be the way that you're used to living, just because of the trauma that you've been through, and the betrayals and the disappointments, the hurt and the pain that you have experienced. So I totally get it. So anyway, I hope that this makes sense, and hopefully you know, I gave you guys some good advice in regards to you know, when you're in isolation, because you're going to be in isolation, and get, like I said, give yourself a time frame. Maybe you're in isolation for 6 months, a year, 2 3 years, 4 years, five, it doesn't matter. Whatever works best for you is works for you, but give it a cutoff date, because like I said, you don't want to get to a point where you become selfish and self-centered, because nobody really likes that. So anyway, I hope that this makes sense. Give this video a like, share, and subscribe. I would love to know, what was your biggest takeaway? What was your feedback? If you enjoyed this video, maybe share it with a family or a friend. It might can help them in any way. And yeah, that's basically the video. I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Love you so much. And make sure that you do subscribe to this channel and subscribe to my email list as well, you guys, so that way you don't miss out on any notifications, any updates, or any events. I love you guys. Until the next time. Bye.